I'm Laura Shipley, Supervisor of Public Information Outreach here at the Federal Reserve Board. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 16th Annual College Fed Challenge Finals, a competition designed for students to explore monetary policymaking and the inner workings of the Federal Reserve and the Federal Open Market Committee. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce Chair Powell. Jerome H. Powell took office as the chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System February 5, 2018, for a 4-year term. He also serves as chair of the Federal Open Market Committee, the system's principal monetary policymaking body. Chair Powell has served as a member of the Board of Governors since taking office on May 25, 2012, to fill an unexpired term. He was reappointed to the board and sworn in on June 16, 2014, for a term ending January 31, 2028. Prior to his appointment at the board, Mr. Powell was a visiting scholar at the Bipartisan Policy Center in Washington, D.C., where he focused on federal and state fiscal issues. From 1997 to 2005, Mr. Powell was a partner at the Carlyle Group. Mr. Powell served as Assistant Secretary and as Undersecretary of the Treasury under George H.W. Bush, with responsibility for policy on financial institutions, the Treasury debt market, and related areas. Prior to joining the administration, he worked as a lawyer and investment banker in New York City. In addition to his service on corporate boards, Mr. Powell has served on boards of charitable and educational institutions, including the Bendheim Center for Finance at Princeton University and the Nature Conservancy of Washington, D.C. and Maryland. Mr. Powell was born in February 1953 in Washington, D.C. He received an AB in politics from Princeton University in 1975 and a law degree from Georgetown University in 1979. While at Georgetown, he was editor-in-chief of the Georgetown Law Journal. Please help me welcoming Chairman Powell.
Thank you, Laura, and let me welcome everyone here today, students, advisors, and guests. And let me begin by congratulating all of the teams who are here today. Great work from all of you. So each team that's competing today has advanced to the finals by winning preliminary rounds of the Fed Challenge earlier this year in one of the Reserve Bank districts. To make it here, you've demonstrated knowledge of how the Federal Reserve uses monetary policy to promote a healthy economy. Your challenge is to prepare and present a monetary policy recommendation that will best promote the Fed's dual mandate of maximum sustainable employment and stable prices. You've learned the basic economic principles behind monetary policy and how we are guided by the data we receive about the economy in light of historical experience. You've learned how my colleagues and I on the FOMC make decisions based on our best judgment about what's good for the U.S. economy. As you know, to do our jobs effectively, we approach these responsibilities with objectivity, acting in the broad public interest. Once we make our policy decision, we have to clearly explain the committee's actions and intentions to the public, similar to the task you will face today when you present your recommendations to the judges. As I'm sure you learned in preparing for this contest, clear communication is essential, partly because monetary policy works to a great extent by helping shape the public's view of future economic and financial conditions. This is the 16th year that we've sponsored this competition, and we're strongly committed to continuing in the tradition. One reason is that we count education as one of our responsibilities. The Fed Challenge is one of numerous efforts at the board and around the Federal Reserve System to educate the public about the economy and about the Fed's role in promoting our statutory goals, as well as a strong and stable financial system. We also sponsor a twice-yearly conference called Exploring Careers in Economics, which will be held again this spring here at the board, and it will be available via live webcast. As a public institution, the Fed is accountable to the public and its elected representatives, and we have a responsibility to operate in an open and transparent way. We account for and explain what we're trying to achieve and how we're pursuing our goals through many means, including news conferences, speeches, and other public events, and congressional testimony. We also sponsor and participate in research and policy conferences where the issues we face as policymakers are discussed and debated. Let me conclude by thanking the judges who have given your time and expertise and experience to the evaluation of each team's work. Antulio Bonfim from the Board of Governors, Senior Advisor to the Division of Monetary Affairs. Thomas Klitgard, Vice President for International Research at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And Thomas Lubick, Senior Advisor also at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Thanks also to many other Fed staff who've organized the competition, and thanks again to the faculty advisors for each of the 5 teams for helping guide today's finalists. I wish you the best of luck, and remember to enjoy yourselves as well. Thanks very much.